Greetings, metal community, and yeah, still Roger, still Roger, still whatever. Yeah, back with a collection update. It's gonna be a thrash, heavy metal, speed metal. So if you don't like that shit, you can just move on with your life. Yeah, new stuff, or new bands, old bands, reissues, some OG presses as well. So yeah. First of all, finally this has been reissued on CD. I was hoping that Awakening Records would do a vinyl for it as well, but this is the old cutout tape that I picked up in '91. So this is US Thrash from, as I said, 1991. Didn't get much attention as far as I know. I think this was on Colossus Records, which had a kind of connection with New Renaissance. It says here in this booklet that they kind of, for the second album, that New Renaissance wouldn't pay for the recording, so that did never happen. So this is, they released one EP on this album, and then they were done, sadly. This is very good. It's a very good album. I mean, I was so happy to get this on CD. It's remastered, sounds a little bit maybe heavier than the original tape, but it's kind of difficult to, you know, compare tape to CD. But a very well done reissue. A lot of like interviews and stuff like that, and also a short like storyline from I think there was a drummer or something. I don't remember. It doesn't matter, but who did it. But that's what I like with these reissues, that they have some historic, you know, kind of background for the band and stuff like that. So yeah, musically, I would put them more towards Testament, really. Very heavy thrash, not ultra technical, but you know, great solos and stuff like that. But yeah, so if you like early Testament, go and check this out if you haven't. Regardless, this is a great thrash release, and you know, should have been reissued long time ago, but finally it happened. So yeah, and we're going to a new band, or newer band, still thrash. This is Mental Devastation from Chile with the Delusional Mystery of the Self Part 2. Killer thrash, technical, more technical, progressive thrash. I still prefer the first album, or Part 1, that came out a couple of years ago, but these guys really know how to play, and they do it really well. It's well produced. Vocally, it's more kind of a cleaner type of vocals, more. The vocals are a little bit more rougher here on this album, and it's more towards you know, the guy Ross from oh yeah, Forbidden, when he kind of sings the verses with more melodic tendencies, I would say. The vocals on this album is slightly better than the first album, so it's kind of cool that you know, he was a little bit kind of slightly tiresome at some points on the first album, but not on this album. It's just like minor things. I have to pick on something, you know, because apart from that, this is just a killer. I mean, it's new thrash with kind of old school songwriting, if that makes sense. You know, the sound and everything is modern, but I feel the songwriting is very much rooted in let's say 1990s thrash. So really fantastic release once again from these guys, and yeah, awesome album. Go and check it out. There's been, you know, talk about this. I think there was a review on Heavy Metallurgy as well. So awesome album. Yeah, then we're going to Spain, and this is a totally new band for me. This is an old release. I don't remember when this came out. It doesn't say. But yeah, Spanish thrash is not that I have a lot of, especially back in the days. I think this came out 90, but I'm not putting my money on it. But yeah, it looks old school. Yeah, again, pretty good. I would say this is great as well because it's, you know, everything you need a little bit. I kind of prefer the a little bit rougher side of the old thrash, and this is definitely that. It's not death thrash or anything. It's just like really good riffing and good songwriting. There is a couple of songs here that song 4 and 5 are more kind of tankady, a little bit more that style. So it starts a little bit harsher and then it goes a little bit into that territory and then it comes back again to a little bit more rougher side. I would say it's kind of a mix between US and German style of thrash as well. But yeah, kind of the only song that I'm not like super happy about is song track 4. It's kind of more a punky track and it doesn't fit as good. I thought it was a cover song, but it apparently didn't. Well, isn't. But yeah, another great thrash release. Another, you know, compilation of demos is Panic Fear Eater. This came out. This is demo from '89, and then demo '87, and then some rehearsals. The rehearsals are quite good, you know, good sounding. Again, I really like the first 3 tracks from the '89 demo. That's good stuff. Again, a little bit kind of the lighter vocal styles, not as harsh vocals. Good songwriting. The second demo, or the '87 demo, is a little bit more straightforward and not that interesting. It's still good, but it's not that fantastic. So it's kind of three killer tracks and 3 good tracks, and then the 2 rehearsals are again very good. So overall, it's a nice compilation. I don't remember where these guys are from, but I would say US, but I might be wrong. But yeah, good stuff. Again, if you like the late '80s thrash and stuff like that, this is you know, of course, that style of music. Released under Lost Jewels. They do have some more releases, but this is the only one I have. But yeah, a cool pickup, pretty cool cover. You know, fits the music pretty well as well. So awesome. Then we have a death thrash album from US. I picked it up just because it was Dark Symphony, and I didn't kind of check it. This is Subsidence with Portrait of Pain and the Take 1 EP. Looks like this. So this is very basic thrash with the deathier vocals. Not fantastic. It's very just plain riffy. I don't like the snare. It's too high in the mix and kind of overpowers the guitars, and the vocalist here doesn't really fit the music. He's too brutal for the music. Nothing wrong with the riffs. It's just like standard, really standard thrash, straightforward thrash. So there's a couple of good songs here, but like overall, this is not a this is not a must-have. If you're thinking about picking it up, you know, give it a couple of listens before you do. I won't recommend it, but I'm sure there's fans of this as well. You know, there are always fans of most bands, not many. Another one I picked up with Dark Symphonies was this odd album. This is weird, bunkers all over the place. This is Terrasphere with Third in Order of the Sun. Looks like this. So yeah, do have all the lyrics and stuff like that. Very nice photoshopped picture on the back. I don't know how to describe this music really. It's progressive and technical. The vocals are, as I said, all over the place. You get speed metal, high pitch. You get almost death growls. Yeah, I would say it's a thrash album with some death metal influences. Sometimes when he kind of sings and the songs is a little bit aggressive, it do remind me a little bit of the patterns of early Atheists in a way, but it's not. They're not similar, but in like overall sound and the music, but the way the riffs are played and the way the vocalist sings, it reminds me a little bit of that. But yeah. Also a killer demo on this one. I'm not sure that this is not for everybody, that's for sure. It takes a lot to get into it, and it's a lot of riffs and tempo changes, and as I said, it's a little bit all over the place. I like chaos, and this is good chaos. And the demo tracks that are attached to this are a little more kind of straightforward. Not straightforward, but like compared to the album, it's a little bit more structured in a normal way, I would say. So people might like the demos better than the album actually, but yeah, this is a really cool album. It was so cool that I was later, a couple of days after I got the CD, I was looking for some other vinyls, and I found a OG press of these Third Order of the Sun with the blue cover, a better picture of this lovely photoshopped, pretty good condition of the vinyl. There's no inner or anything on this one. I don't know if that's lost somewhere or never was on the vinyl. Of course, this doesn't have the demo, so I will keep the CD. But again, yeah, if you want something wild, progressive, technical, with a very, I don't want to call frantic vocalist, or it's just all over the place, and it's cool. It works very well for the most part. It's superb. There is a kind of a classical instrumental, I think, here that is not top notch, but apart from that, awesome. This is on the New Renaissance as well, so kind of, that's the label. So awesome to find this on vinyl. I was surprised that it was as cheap as it was compared to a lot of the other, but I guess, not a lot of people know about this band. Let me know in the comments, have you ever heard this? Or give it a spin and tell me what you think. I know, of course, there are people that heard it, but never seen it shown anywhere before, so can continue with some new stuff. Just got this seen this shown by several channels already. This is Void Forbidden Morals. Again, thrash metal from I would say US. Wasn't there a poster here? Yeah, I think so. We can fold out the poster. It's pretty cool. I like these old school posters with the band photos down there. I always enjoyed those. Was this black vinyl? Let's see. I hope so. As I said, I'm trying to avoid any colored vinyl, but sometimes you have to. But it looks like it should do, except the dust. So what to get from this band? I can show. I picked up the previous album as well when I was entering High Roller's site to get hold of them. I also picked up their previous album, Horrors of Reality, which has a cool thick inner. But if you don't know this band, this is more straightforward thrash. The vocalist, everything is kind of a little bit more laid back than the new one. The new one has more energy. It's more variated as well. It's kind of have a bit awesome band photo. A bit like more heavy metal into it. The vocalist is also more do a little bit more high pitching here and there, and I've seen them compared to like King Diamond has been brought into the. I'm not totally agreeing on that, but these kind of hype sticker guys are sometimes lost. Also Metallica has been mentioned. I don't hear much Metallica here. Testament has been mentioned, and there's definitely some Testament here, especially the guitar tone, but also the video that they did for one of the songs. I don't remember what song that was. Have a very nice like legacy type of guitar tone on it. Great drumming on this album. You have to point that out. He's playing old school thrash drums, and fucking killer. This album is great. I haven't played it more than 4 or 5 times yet, but I really enjoy this album, and I'm pretty sure it will be high up. If I do a thrash list, it will definitely be high up, but just if you like old school thrash with some heavy metal, a bit speed metal, with some high pitched screams, but mostly a little bit rougher thrash vocals. The vocalist is great there as well. He has a good set of kind of range in his vocals, which is awesome. So go and check it out. I'm sure a lot of you already have, I know, but don't sleep on this if you like that style of old school, early Testament with some heavy metal on it. Do yourself a favor and go and check it out. It doesn't hurt your ears for sure. I don't remember if I've shown this already. I might have, but who cares? The new DeathHammer, Crimson Dawn, Norwegian thrash legends. Really heavy, cool booklets. This is just awesome. Out on Hell's Headbangers, of course. My mind went blank. It's handwritten lyrics, but they are written in big letters, so you can read the lyrics. This is kind of the harsher side of thrash, fast with some high-pitched screams, aggressive vocals. I know a lot of people put these guys into black thrash, but I don't agree in that. That's just me. This is just evil thrash, fast, intense. A lot of cool riffs here, cool vocals, great drumming. I mean, this is all you need for a good thrash album. So kind of been gradually getting better as well, I think, in just songwriting and performance. Very well produced as well. Like, not super clean, but for this type of music, it has an awesome production on it. So I'm sure all of you know the DeathHammer anyway, but if you want some evil, fast, speedy thrash metal, it's not, fast all the way, but I mean, it is of the faster side of thrash anyways. Another I don't know if I've shown, but I don't care. I don't have a massive amount of Sodom albums in my collection, but I quite like the new one, the Arsonist. For me, the artwork is awesome. As a lot of Sodom's albums are. Normally I would buy this on CD because it's a double vinyl, but I got it on sale, so who cares? But I mean, if you have slept on Sodom the last couple of decades, go and check them out. I think this album is very good. I of course prefer the first EP and the first full length. That's where kind of they are at their best, but I mean, they do have some killer albums, and this is a very good album, and the vocals, his voice are, I'm impressed on how good he sounds, you know, after all these years of shouting. Another old band but a new album that I was very excited about is Paradox with Mysterium. A brand new album came out a couple of days ago, I think. Or a week ago. I got it a week ago, but it was... I don't know if they sent it out a little bit earlier than the kind of release date. There's a poster of the cover as well. In there. If you want to have that artwork on the wall. Again, you know, Black Vinyl, High Roller Records are always doing a good job with their releases. Paradox is a band that is, I don't know if they're overlooked, but they should definitely have been bigger than they are. Not only based on the first two albums, but their general discography is, or his general discography is fantastic. This is a one-man project now. I don't know if it was the death of the drummer back in 23 that did kind of end the band that he had. But yeah, it's you know, only Charlie Steinhauer left in this band, and he has, you know, done most of the music all the time. So, but you know, Axel Blaha, who was the drummer, passed away in 23, and he was working on this album at that time. So that's probably my thoughts, is because there's programmed drums here, and let's just address that right out of the back, because I'm not a fan of program drum. They are sounding good, but program drums will always lack the kind of soul that a proper drummer would have brought to the album. They're not kind of annoyingly bad, but like the cymbals are not very much present, and but he has programmed them good with, you know, nice fills and stuff like that. So that's not like a major issue, but it takes away at least 1 point for this album. For me, overall, this is a killer thrash album. I mean, yeah, Paradox has never released a bad album. I wasn't super happy with, you know, Heresy 2. I think that was their least good album that came out sometime back now. But yeah, it is pretty aggressive. It still have the kind of melodic feel that Paradox always have, but that's due to his solos and guitar work overall. But it's a lot of energy in this album, a lot of kick-ass riffs. Yeah, there's more aggression to this album than the previous one, which I like. I like Paradox being a little bit more on the aggressive side of things. His vocals are still sounding good. You know, he has a characteristic voice, and Paradox wouldn't be the same without it, really. So, but yeah, if you have slept on Paradox, you should go and check them out, because all their the whole discography is fucking good. So you know, great stuff. And this album is really good. I mean, the music here is fantastic. Production wise, it's very good as well. You know, overall, it sounds very good on the stereo. As I said, it's just the drums could have been a notch up for the album, in my opinion, with a proper drummer. But I can understand why, if you know, the drums were intended for another guy, and then teaching another guy to play it. He knows enough drummers, so he could have done it, but I understand why he felt the need to not bring in a new drummer. I get it if that's the reason. So yeah, this one I'm gonna just do fast because there is tits on it. So we're gonna do Sextrash from Brazil. You can go up to there. Yeah, this is a very weird album, really, coming out in 90. Yeah, 90 or 91. It's very kind of speed thrash, evil speed thrash, almost black metal, I would say. Not just, but some of the guitar playing here is a little bit towards the Hellenic black metal. That simplistic kind of lead guitar over it. Vocals are harsh, really evil thrash again. So yeah, I mean, if this was a new album and came out this year, they would have called this black and thrash or black thrash. But you know, it is evil thrash, and it's a little bit all over the place. It's not fantastic. I prefer the second album, but it's really cool. I really like this kind of a little bit over the top. They play a little bit too fast for their own good. It's a bit scruffy. Still sounds great. You know, good production on it, but it's like this energy that you sometimes get from bands that are just giving it all, and it kind of reflects on the album. It's not a must-have, I think, for anybody, but go and check it out if you're looking for some more wilder, evil thrash. Sextrash is not the worst thing you can do. Nice cover. Yeah, one of the sellers I was into had this one. I just had to pick it up. Stars. It cost me €1.50, so why not? Just a fun thing to have. It didn't cost me anything extra to ship it. Yeah, we can take this one, the last reissue, and then we're gonna have some OGs at the end. This is Insanity, US thrash, heavy thrash. Yeah, pretty damn good stuff as well. A new band for me. I just saw this was reissued again, the Crypts. I do pick up a lot of the Crypt reissues. For most part, they are awesome. Yeah, don't know much to say about this. It's been a while since I listened to it, but kind of closer to death thrash maybe. Came out in 90. I would say 91, but I'm not quite sure about it. I think Matt over at Altar of Madness talked a longer way about this. I need to kind of go back to it because I've listened to 50 albums since the last time I played this one. But yeah, this was good old school stuff. And again, my mind went a little bit blank right now, but I did really enjoy it. Still haven't played it like a dozen of times, so I need to have a couple more spins with it before I put it into the shelf. But yeah, go and check it out. I will link all of this up below. So yeah, then we have two albums by two bands at the end here. Band albums that I've been not hunting for, but I picked up Agent Steel, Unstoppable Force, and Skeptics Apocalypse from, this was 87 and this was 90 or something, or the other way around, maybe, don't remember. But yeah, awesome speed thrash, heavy metal, power metal, whatever you want to put it in. A lot of cool shit. I'm pretty sure, maybe it was 85 and 87. You know it. Been wanting to have these on original vinyl just because I do like to get the 80s if I can. If they're not, I mean, these cost more, like maybe €10 more than a reissue. So I will definitely pick up a VG Plus over a original when it comes to this. And of course, Music for Nations are always cool to get. So yeah, I mean, everybody knows this band, but I really like this album's kind of fast and a little bit wild vocals here as well. So what's his name? John Cyrus. He's so awesome voice, and he knows how to play around with it. But cool, very cool to have these on OG presses. One album that well, we can take this first, yeah. I've been wanting this for a long time, but always when I'm looking for this, the seller only have one item that I want, and I'm not spending, 15, 20 euros to ship one album to my place. But this is Loudness with the Law of the Devil's Land. Been eluding me for a long time, but I finally got a copy in. There's no... What is Roadrunner? There's no inner here, and I don't know if there was in the original, but it doesn't really matter. My favorite song is on this album, The Mirror. So I had to have this album, and really happy to get this into the collection. Pretty nice condition. There's a tear here, but apart from that, it looks very nice, and the vinyl is in at least VG plus. So and I didn't pay a lot of money for it compared to a lot of other sellers had it for way more expensive than I paid. So very happy to have it. And I wasn't planning on picking up the first Loudness, the Birthday Eve, just because it's a hard rock album. It's good, but it's not something fantastic. But the same seller had it, so and it was, again, it didn't cost a lot of money, so I grabbed it as well. So now I have all the early Loudness on. I'm missing just one on vinyl, but I do have all the early stuff on OG presses of some kind, so that's cool. Yeah, it's a good hard rock album, but it's not as good as the next one and the albums that came after that. So, but I'm sure this album means a lot to a lot of people, and it's awesome to have it in the collection. Yeah, that was a little bit long one, but yeah, probably gonna be long ones the next videos as well. It's been, I need to catch up a little bit on my, buys. It's just cool. But I do have a stack of death metal and a stack of black metal. Maybe I do one video or split it up with two, I don't know. But we'll see. I will try to get both out in the next week or so. So yeah. Thanks as always for watching and subscribing, and until next time, be sure.